The following is a BATV production, made with the equipment that is available to residents of our cable viewing area. To learn more about television production and the equipment that is available to you, please visit www.mybatv.com.
From Folto Studios in Batavia High School, I'm Anna Cahill, and you're watching It's News to Me. There is no doubt that when it comes to high school rivalries, Batavia and Geneva live up to expectations. However, when Drew Hahn, son of Geneva head baseball coach Matt Hahn, was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma this March, the rivalry took a hiatus. Batavia's baseball coach Matt Holm sat down with Brian Uversa to chat about how the baseball teams are helping out. Take it away, guys.
Hello, BATV land. This is Matt Holm, head baseball coach of the Battling Bulldogs here at the Batavia High School, and I've got my friend Brian Uversa here, and we'd like to talk to you for a few moments about a thing that's become a special tradition between our two programs.
Thanks, Coach Holm. For the last couple of years, about 4 years now, Coach Holm and I have been collaborating together and bringing our two senior night events into one evening. That's been really special in the past. And with the gracious kindness of Batavia, they've helped us raise funds each year for families in need, and this year is no exception. We actually have a very special evening and a very big night planned for the two programs. A couple of the families I'd like to talk about are, first and foremost, is one of our colleagues in the baseball world, head coach of Geneva. His son was just diagnosed with lymphoma. Matt Hahn is the coach. His name Drew Hahn is his son. He's a 12-year-old son in the Cahill School District, and he's going to be one of our recipients of our proceeds this year, along with a Cahill baseball player's parent, who is another cancer patient now that has got that prognosis this year as well. And then finally, the Cahill softball head softball coach is another person that has also been diagnosed with cancer that we're looking to raise funds for this year. And again, with the collaboration of Batavia High School and the Batavia baseball program, as in the years past, they've done a tremendous job helping us, get this night going. And we've just had a great time. Matt and I go way back, and we've had a lot of fun doing this. And year in and year out, something we look forward to, the kids look forward to, the parents look forward to.
And the night's May 19th up at Cougar Stadium, and it's been a nice tradition. We've had some really good baseball games up there, and it's a fun night out. The weather is usually pretty decent.
Yes,
usually. And the proceeds from the concessions and everything else go to helping those families.
Yep, we'll be charging a $5 gate. We'll have some things in the way of donations and things that you can bid on a silent auction and some other things in that way. We may even have some T-shirts this year that we'll be selling, and all the proceeds will be going towards these families. We're hoping to raise a lot of money and divvy it up and help these families in any way that we can this year. So we welcome everybody and anyone from any community. It doesn't just have to be Batavia or Cahill community. So that's an open invitation for everyone.
And if you'd like to contact us with any questions, you can reach me at Batavia High School, Matt Holm at Batavia High School, or Brian out at Cahill. Emails would be too long over the TV right now.
That's right.
But you can reach either of us by email. And it should be a very fun evening.
Looking forward to it.
All right. Thanks.
If you're a fan of gelato, keep your fingers crossed. Batavia's own O Solo Mio plans to open a second location in Aurora's Restaurant Row. The Chiapellis, owners of O Solo Mio, said that the store offerings would be similar to the Batavia location, which happens to offer 36 different flavors of gelato.
On Monday, Batavia Police had announced that they had closed an investigation provoked by school district officials in late April after they had been informed that several Rotolo Middle School students had taken inappropriate photos of themselves. Rather than prosecution, a chance for education is being pursued to help the students understand what they had done wrong. Kane County State's Attorney Joe McMahon claimed that the next stage will be to raise the level of community awareness about such things as sexting and potential trouble that stems from sharing too much online.
With the Quarry Beach set to open later this month, Brittany Bogue gives the breakdown in this week's Park Bench.
Hi, I'm Brittany Bogue, Marketing and Sponsorship Coordinator at the Batavia Park District. Join us on Friday, May 16th from 10:30 a.m. to noon for Touch a Truck Day. Kids of all ages have the opportunity to touch, feel, climb through, into, and out of each and every truck available. There could be a fire truck, tractor, dump truck, bus, limousine, police car, and more. Parent supervision is required and cameras are highly recommended. The location is at the Eastside Community Center at 14 North Van Buren Street. For more information, please call 630-879-5235. See you there. Hull Quarry Beach occupies a former stone quarry owned by the Batavia Park District. It features a sand-bottom swimming area covering 60,000 square feet. The quarry has islands, slides, a diving area, playgrounds, picnic area, and new this year it will have a wiggle bridge splasher and new concessions such as hot dogs, pretzels, and nachos. Passes are on sale now. To find out season pass information, please call 630-879-5235. The quarry opens early this year, weather permitting, on May 24th. See you there from noon to 6 p.m. daily.
BATV's Chris Klavinsky sat down with several Batavia High School students who placed or won at CTEC this year.
I'm here with Taryn Butterfield, who got third place in dramatic narrative for Chain Reaction. I watched it. It's great. You had excellent cinematic shots.
Thank you very much.
So I can tell you used a DSLR camera, which was excellent. That is the new thing with a lot of narratives now. So why don't you tell me how you kind of went about the shooting process for this?
We had a couple cameras that we used. I mainly used the DSLR because I got a lot of creative control over shots and whatnot. Most of it was the DSLR. And I don't know, I liked the ability to change lenses when I wanted to. You'll see that I have a macro shot here that I used a macro lens with. So it was very flexible and it allowed me to do a lot more.
Okay. So are you used to working with DSLRs a lot or video cameras?
Yeah, I'm more so familiar with DSLRs because I'm a photographer, so I shoot photographs as well as video on it.
Okay, so you have that photographer eye as
Yeah.
opposed to the video eye, so you kind of bring that to the element of the dramatic narrative.
It helps with composition and the negative spacing and, I don't know, overall placement of objects and things.
And we can tell that in the video.
Thank you.
So you got third place, which is a huge accomplishment because, you know, you're competing against so many different people, and this isn't the first year that you've been in CTEC, so it's not the first award that you've won. So that's pretty cool that you've been in there. You were in there your sophomore year.
Sophomore year, yes.
Yeah, and you won second place.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. And then you came back and you won third place, so now you have 2 awards. So now you're officially like a dual award winner, and you're going on to college, which is really cool.
Yeah. Hang the plaque up in my dorm room.
So not many people going into college get to say that they're award winners, so that's kind of cool as well.
Pretty cool.
Well, I appreciate you coming
Thank
and talk
you.
to us. So congratulations
Thank you
and
very
good luck
much.
in college. I'm here with Eric Karkos, who is the director of the award-winning documentary, Road to State. And when you think Road to State, you think football, but this is not the case. This is actually the cross-country team, which is a great feat. And not only is it a great feat, but the great feat is that you won second place in the documentary category. And I can speak from experience, documentary is probably one of the hardest categories to win anything in. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So how did it feel to win in the documentary category at CTEC?
I mean, I barely even remember it. I was just sitting there and I just remember my video popped up and it was just so exciting. It all just kind of felt like a blur from there. Everyone was just rushing me up to the stage. Everyone's sitting around me, so.
Yeah. So what inspired you to make this documentary?
Well, the coach, Coach D, he's been coaching the cross-country team since it started, and this was his final year. So we thought that we'd send him out on a bang, and, you know, we got to state. So I thought I'd just follow along with my teammates and show the struggle that they have to go through to try to get to state.
Pretty difficult struggle, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, watch the documentary and you find a little bit out. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So any other insights you can give us on the documentary and the process that you went through?
Well, originally, this was about half an hour, So I had to cut it down to 5 minutes. So I would definitely say that was troublesome trying to get a half-an-hour documentary, all the different meets, and summarize them in 5 minutes. That was actually, I would say, harder than actually making the half-an-hour version because I had to make it so concise.
The struggles of a director, right?
Yeah.
Make all the difficult cuts.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Eric. You did a wonderful job, and we appreciate everything that you did.
Thank you.
Good job, and good luck on everything.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm here with Bryant Kintz, sophomore at Batavia High School. Bryant won first place for music video. And tell us the name of the music video.
Tessellate.
Tessellate, which is your first big project that you've probably done as a sophomore. And you were in the advanced class for Mr. Larson's video production, which is pretty cool. So who helped you with the video?
My partner is Mary Dyrick. She's a senior. She graduated early.
Wow, so that's really cool. So your first award. Plan on winning any more?
Hey, we'll see. See what I can do.
All right, so why don't you give us some background on what the video was and the process that you two did for shooting it?
Okay, so the video, we mostly started with it. Our main idea was just to do some cool visual effects. We really liked the backward idea, so we wanted to fit that into our video somehow, and we fit our storyline in with that. So yeah, we started with the backwards idea and then kind of worked from there. And eventually we just came up with a storyline to fit it, and so yeah.
So what was it like having a partner and then collaborating on a project?
I thought it was really nice. I tend to like to work with other people. It was really, it's really handy just to have another person there, get a second opinion on something, correct you if you like make an error, anything like that, and then also just second set of eyes is always good. So. All right,
and then of course, what was it like to win first place for?
Oh, it was awesome. Really, really unexpected. I mean, we definitely had confidence in our video, but I mean, especially being my first time in C-Tech, I really didn't know what to expect. So I had no idea what the competition was going to be like, and I mean, honestly, it was good competition, and I expected that. But yeah, so I was surprised to win, but I definitely feel like we brought it with our video. So.
All right, great. Well, thank you very much, Bryant.
Yeah, thanks a lot. All right.
Thanks. I'm here with Mitch Vollinger, Batavia High School senior, who won first place for the comedy section at the C-Tech Awards. And it was for continuity, which was kind of hilarious, because if you ever worked in video and film, you know that continuity can make or break your shoot. And if you ever watch a video, you know that continuity can ruin it for you. So why don't you give us a little bit of background on your video?
Well, my idea for my video came because my teacher, Mr. Larson, and just movies in general, everyone that knows about movies typically knows about what continuity errors are. So I thought it might be fun to make a video based on continuity and how it can really change how a video feels.
All right. So is this your first video that you've done for BHS?
I've done multiple videos before. This one came a lot later. I did have the intro and advanced class at the school, so I have made other videos, but those are not as good as my more recent ones.
So would you say this is your shining moment in your BHS history?
I definitely would say so, yeah, because this one definitely won an award. And
not just a award.
Yeah.
Award, but first place, right?
Yeah, first place,
yeah.
Which is amazing. But yeah, this is definitely my favorite moment.
So what was it like being on stage and hearing that you won first place?
Being on stage and knowing I won first place just felt incredible because I know that there was so many entries in there, and I didn't even know if I would be up there to win third. And as they announced the third and second place winners, knowing that I got first was just such a surreal moment for me.
Cool. So you had some people who helped you out on this piece, obviously, some actors.
Yeah, right here, my friend Brett and Nathan, I had them come in because they're really good friends of mine and they're hilarious guys, so they helped me kind of think of ideas of how to play with the continuity and jokes throughout the video, which made it how funny it is.
Well, that's great. Well, I congratulate you on everything you did, and good luck on your future, man.
Thank you.
All right. I'm here with Vincent Thierry, student at Batavia High School who won first place at the C-Tech Awards for movie trailer for One by One. You see some slides of it right here. Vincent, why don't you tell us a little bit about your movie trailer?
Well, it was for a movie I was in the process of making. I hadn't quite finished it yet. I had a big chunk of it left, you know. So I started to piece together out of what I had a movie trailer. And then a little bit down the road when I got closer to finishing it, I finished the trailer, released the trailer, and then a couple weeks later, I finished the movie.
All right, why don't you tell us what it was like to be on stage at the CTEC Awards and to win that award?
Well, they play all the winners, and there are 5 videos that won. So two tied for third, 2 tied for second, and all of a sudden they slowly start piecing it down. Then there's like me and one other guy standing up there, and then all of a sudden he wins second place. So I'm the only one up there and in front of like 800 kids, and it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. So what was it like? Because from what I understand, Batavia hasn't won first place in CTEC before, and now we have 4 winners.
Yeah.
4 first place winners, and you were one of them. So
Yeah.
it was like kind of like this whole new thing at Batavia High School to win first place in these video awards. So what was that like, coming back to school knowing that?
Yeah, well, I had known that like we had never won an award before we went, and then the first category of the day is movie trailers.
Oh,
so all
really?
of a sudden, just right off the bat, I'd won an award, and the rest of the day I just sat there and I was like, I didn't care if any of my other videos won because I got one for Batavia, and then just as the day went on, we just kept winning more and more awards, and we got 4 first places and a second and a third. It was really awesome.
That's really cool. Well, thank you very much, and congratulations, Vince. Good luck on everything in the future.
Thank you.
All right. I'm here with Kelly Van Treek, who won first place in the PSA category for her anti-bullying PSA. Kelly, congratulations.
Thank
it's a
you.
great piece, and it has a great message. Why don't you give us a little insight on why you created this piece and what it's about?
So, I mean, in high school, you see a lot of bullying and a lot of kids, like, getting called names. And, I mean, it's kind of just people brushed off their shoulders, like, oh, it's not a big deal. But this piece shows how, like, one little sticking out, one little word can hurt someone so much because you don't really know, like, everything they experience. And so she gets a sticky note on her backpack that has, like, a loser on it, so it's a hurtful word. And then she comes home and the audience doesn't know it, but she actually has a mirror full of other sticky notes with other words, and it shows how much everything can add up and truly hurt someone.
Yeah. Now, bullying is a big deal throughout the entire country,
Right.
and it's something that everyone takes seriously. So how do you think the judges kind of looked at that as in terms of judging your...
I mean, I think it's like an important issue to address, and like I know I was talking to Mr. Larson about like what my public service announcement should be about, and I was thinking about doing recycling, but he really said that bullying would be like a good topic to do because it's really universal and like it affects everyone and like everyone can relate to it.
Now, doing this piece, did you take something out of it about bullying and how it affects people?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really realize how like emotionally like people could be moved by like showing them this piece. Like I showed it to like my parents and to like my friends' parents and stuff, and they really said like how like emotionally moving it was and how like upsetting it was because like bullying really is like a sensitive topic, and it shows like how like close to someone's heart it is and how like everyone's hurt by it.
Okay. So what were your feelings about winning the CTEC award? You know, winning first place is a pretty big deal.
Yeah,
so.
I was really excited and overwhelmed and surprised, like extremely surprised. I had no idea going into it that I would even place, so that was a big surprise.
Well, thank you very much, Kelly, for talking with us. Congratulations on your first place win, and good luck in the future with everything that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Kane County Health Department announced a recall of Caravella chili powder. There have been no illnesses reported as of yet, but the product has the potential to be contaminated with salmonella. Consumers who have purchased this product are urged to return it to the place of purchase for a full refund.
Bill McGrath gives us the news this week with his Municipal Minute.
Hi, I'm Bill McGrath, the City Administrator, and this is the May 6th Municipal Minute segment of It's News to Me. If you've been downtown recently, you'll see that there's some street work going on. Right now, there's 2 projects that are active. The first is the finishing of the Wilson Street streetscape plan, and what's happening now is the installation of the landscape in our planters and planting beds. And the second is some grinding and filling in for our new decorative crosswalks. Those should be completed by the end of the week of May 5th. There shouldn't be any problems with using the street. If there are occasions when there are some flaggers there, you will be able to get through. And there's a minimal amount of parking that will be not in use for that week. The second project we have is a little more complex, and that is installing a new water main on Houston Street from Island Avenue up to Batavia Avenue, and on Water Street from Houston up to Wilson Street. The purpose of this is to replace a 50-year-old water main and to enlarge the water main so that we have good fire flows for the buildings that are currently there and for buildings that will be redeveloped in the future. Right now they're doing the work during the middle of the day, and they have flaggers there so you can use the street most of the time. There may be a delay of a minute or two if there's a large piece of equipment in the way, but the flaggers have been very good in getting people through. At the end of their work day, they button up all the work, cover it with plates, get rid of all the barricades, and the street is totally usable afterwards. This project should be done in early June, and getting the water main out of the way will make it easier for the Houston Street streetscape project, which will happen next summer, to go through. Last Sunday was the Loyalty Day Parade. It was a big success. The weather really cooperated, and we appreciate the hard work that the VFW puts on, and all the other groups of people in town that participate and watch the parade. Main Street, Batavia, is about to put on their annual Cocktails on the Island. This takes place on Saturday evening, May 17th, and it's a great place, a great way to enjoy being right next to the river and partake of some of the downtown restaurants, delicious food and drink. So we hope you can make that. You can get tickets through Batavia Main Street. While we're talking about Batavia Main Street, as you may have heard, that Main Street has taken over the official organization or organizing of the Art in Your Eye Festival. Last year the festival was moved to September, and it was such a success that they've decided they'll leave it in September, and this year the dates are Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, September 19th, 20th, and 21st. A new addition for the festival this year is live entertainment and a beer and wine tent for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we think it'll add to the enjoyment you'll have at the festival. So you can visit the art during the day, then come back at night and enjoy some live music. Art in Your Eye is still looking for volunteers, especially in some specific areas such as the children's activity tent, which is always a lot of fun. So if you enjoy working with the kids and would like to spend a few hours there in September, then please call Batavia Main Street and see what you can offer to do. Other activities in the downtown is Gaetano's Restaurant, which will be on the corner of River Street and Wilson, is still being worked on. Wendy and Gaetano hope to open sometime in early June, and I think you'll be very pleased. We've seen some of the initial ideas for the menu. It's a little different from their facility in Forest Park, but it's going to be just a fabulous place and unlike any restaurant, certainly in the whole valley. Something that's just occurred is that the O'Brien's Pub, which has been a great corporate citizen and located on River Street for many years, is being sold, and we'll be happy to see what the new owners come up with. They are from Naperville, where they run another establishment now. They've told the city that they intend to do a lot of changing inside of the establishment and want to focus on the rear patio as well. So we're excited about that. We also want to thank Casey and Laura for all the years of the hospitality that they've shown to the entire community. The city has also received some community block grant funding through Kane County, and as part of the street program this year, you'll be seeing some streets being resurfaced in the near northeast quadrant of the city. So that's just immediately east of North River Street and between River Street and Route 25. So you can look forward to that. Lastly, last night at the May 5th City Council meeting, representatives of the Illinois chapter of the Congress for New Urbanism and the Illinois chapter of the American Society of Landscape Architects both appeared to give some awards to the city, or to show us some awards that the project, the streetscape project last year, was awarded from those groups. The Illinois chapter of the Congress for New Urbanism gave the River Street its Best Street nomination, and we're very pleased to see that. And the American Society of Landscape Architects gave it an award of merit because of the beauty of the street. It's very unusual for that group to give an award to a street because they're generally dealing with parks, but in this case they thought it was so nice and unusual that they gave it a special merit award. So those awards will be posted in the reception area at City Hall if you ever get a chance to come by and see them. But I think it shows that it's always nice when a public project is recognized by people outside of the area, and now that the weather is good, we're hoping everybody gets a chance to enjoy River Street as well as the rest of downtown and the bike paths. So that's really just a part of everything that's going on with the city right now. And tune in next week and we'll have another segment of the Municipal Minute. And be careful out there. The last thing, you probably will see this too late, but tomorrow is Ride Your Bike to School Day. So I hope you heard about it and hope you ride your bike to school. Thank you.
Tony Inglesi gives us this week's board brief.
Hi, I'm Tony Inglesi and I serve as Chief Information Officer for Batavia Public Schools. I'm pleased to announce that the 21st Century Learning Plan was approved by the Board of Education on April 22nd. This plan was conceived from the work and vision of our Instructional Technology Committee, which commenced in 2011, and their plan has been conceptually tested through 2 experimental pilots over the course of the last 2 years at Ellis Gustafson School and Retovo Middle School, in which students were provided their own devices. To ensure that our students graduate with 21st century skills that are necessary to be successful in today's world, our instructional improvement efforts center on developing the 4 C's, which are critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. And to do this adequately, our teachers continue to innovate and hone their practice, increasingly utilizing student-centered pedagogies that are project-based and collaborative, and extending learning beyond the classroom. And this to implement learning activities that reflect the nature of high-performing work groups in modern organizations, and learning activities that extend beyond the traditional boundaries of the classroom. And to do this, technology is increasingly necessary. So specifically, our plan, our 21st Century Learning Plan, calls for the following next steps. 1, to provide a personal device to all students in K-12 over the next 2 years. 2, to upgrade our technology infrastructure to support digital learning. And 3, to ensure that curricular content and student experiences reflect this 21st century learning. Access to technology in school is the largest technological barrier that we face. So far this school year at Batavia High School, 53 teacher requests for computer labs have gone unfilled due to lack of availability and scheduling conflicts. Additionally, too often, classes must wait days or weeks for a lab to become available. If each student had their own personal device, no scheduling or waiting would be necessary. While an exact model of these personal devices has not yet been selected, we've chosen to go with a Google Chromebook, and most Google Chromebooks cost around $300 each. And generally at this price point, such devices are not very durable. When carried between home and school over the course of 2 years, we expect that these devices will be well worn. And to avoid battery and performance issues that will impede learning in the classroom, we recommend a 2-year life cycle. The 21st Century Learning Plan will be funded through 3 sources: a reallocation of our district budget, unallocated funds from the district's capital improvement plan, and student fees. With a total cost of $300 each and an expected lifespan of 2 years, parents will pay $75 per year in additional student fees, and that will pay for half of the device. And at the conclusion of those 2 years, the students and families will own those devices outright. We are very excited about the opportunities and possibilities that this plan affords to our students and to our teachers. And more information will be shared with families over the course of this spring and summer. If you're interested in more details in the meantime, please log on to the district website at bps101.net. Thank you.
Don't forget, Sunday is Mother's Day. Be sure to show your love. Also, graduation is coming up. To pre-order a graduation DVD, please contact BATV at 630-937-5413 or at info@batv.com. That concludes this episode of It's News to Me. I'd like to thank all of our guests and staff for making it possible. Most programming on BATV can be viewed online. Check out our programming available on demand at www.mybatv.com. Thank you for joining us today. On behalf of Julia Jarrett and myself, Anna Cahill, that's news to me.
Hey, that's news to me.